Alright, starting off, you want to make sure that you get the cars close enough together so that the batteries can reach each other once you have the hoods opened so that you can connect the jumper cables together. And before we start, here's a look at just a pack of jumper cables and the batteries on both of the cars that we will be using today. Alright, and you just want to look at your jumper cables to make sure you know which one is positive and which one is negative. And you want to be very careful while working on your cars with these. You want to make sure that these two clips on the end of the jumper cables are never touching each other, as they are metal, they have an electric current, and it may hurt you. You can get electrocuted if they touch each other while they're connected to the battery, so it's just better to keep them at a safe distance apart from each other. And the order you're going to want to do this in is negative, positive, and positive, negative. As you can see here, I have the negative one connected to the negative bolt of the battery for our Mazda, which is our weaker car, which is the one we'll be starting. I have this bolt disconnected just because our battery is not dead. If it was dead, you would not need to disconnect this. And here we connect the negative to the other side, and you want to make sure that the positive side while you're doing this is just kind of hanging out on something that is plastic that cannot conduct electricity, just to prevent anything from getting damaged or getting yourself hurt. Alright, and once we have both our negatives in place, as well as our positive resting on a safe spot, we can start to connect the positives, which is going to be a sort of step-by-step process, kind of. Once we have our positive on our weaker car, we just want to tap it against the positive of our stronger car, which should let off just a small spark if it is done correctly. And if it's done incorrectly, it will let out a loud bang or a bigger spark, which means your wiring is not connected properly. And in this little clip here, you can see there is a charger which shows the wattage of the car, but it also shows the voltage of the battery, and we want to keep this number above 12, as if it is below, that means your battery may be damaged. Alright, from here you're pretty much good to just start the more powerful car, which as you can see here on the left is our Acura, and then we will start our Mazda afterwards, and as soon as the car has a successful start, we want to disconnect the cables as soon as possible to prevent any damage. If we do not disconnect these cables as soon as possible, then that can possibly damage our battery itself and the electrical systems inside of the car, as well as the alternator, which would prevent the car from driving.